Hi everybody, today I'm going to show you how to do a multicolor design in rhinestones. Some people use other applications that's called clipping or intersecting or welding, and OOBling I'm going to use the weld tool to do this. So let's get started. I'm going to create a star here, and I'm going to make this about 9 inches. Let's make it a 9 by 9 star. And let me straighten it out a little bit. So what I'm going to do here is I've got my star created. I'm going to I want to create a little wave through it. So I'm going to click on the square and I'm going to take something about this length. And just so I have separate colors, I'm going to choose, it doesn't really matter, let's just choose black. And what I want to do is under transformation, under transform, there's a transformation tool, and there's lots of different perspective types. It's a good way of doing arcs for names, but one I like here is this one's called Fit to Flag Vertical. If I click this one, I can grab it right here, and I can lift it up and down to create an arc. Another thing I can do is, as I create the arc, I can kind of make it wavy like this. So I'm going to create something like this. I'm just going to click that and I'm all done. I'm going to lay that over my star. So what I want to do now is I want to highlight both objects, and I'm going to hit Control C, or you can go up to Edit and say Copy. So I hit Control C, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose this tool right here that says And Weld. And watch what it does. When I click it, it's going to knock away the two outer parts, and it just kept what was intersected. So that's perfectly fine. Now I'm going to hit Control V, or you can go to Edit, Paste, and I'm going to paste the same items back again. This time I'm going to choose this one, which is an OR weld. Basically, it's going to weld everything outside of the intersection. So I'm going to click on that. And you didn't really see anything that happened. But what I want to do now is I really want to delete this. I could actually select these pieces and delete them manually, or I could just double click over here where it's this, and it chooses all the black pieces, and I hit delete. Yes, I want to delete those. And so now I have the same star but in 3 different sections. So one thing I want to do is I want just to make it easier for myself to choose colors, I'm going to click this guy and I'm just going to give him a different color like blue. And now I want to take this guy and I want to put him right back where he was cut out. What I'm going to do is I'm going to zoom in, and I'm going to use my arrow keys to kind of move it around, and it should fit exactly right back in there, just like a puzzle piece. So I'm going to go for it right here. See how that looks? It looks pretty good to me. So now I have 3 pieces. I have this red piece, and the blue piece in between. So now I want to stone it. I'm going to double click on this blue one, and that's going to select this blue piece only. I'm going to go over here and choose my Rhinestone Fill, select my elements. I'm just going to do something. Let's kind of stick with the same color scheme. So let's go blue SS10 and hit OK. So I have it here. It's all filled, and I have it random. You can do different fills, whatever you feel, whatever you think looks the best. You can do a grid. I don't really like that one. I could do a staggered grid, but I think that random fits in there a lot better. And then this one up here will actually do the spacing between each element, and this will do how far away from the edge of the line. I did this one at 0.15 because when I lay these stones on the red section, I don't want them to overlap. So if I went down, you can see they get closer to the line here. As I increase this, it moves away from this line. So I had 0.15, which I thought was pretty good. So I'm going to back out of here and close that. So now I'm really done with the outline. I can click on this line here and delete it, or I could double click this line, which also selects it just like we did before, and I could hit delete. Now I'm going to double click on the red. I could either select these 2 pieces or just double click on the red. So now I have these pieces selected, and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to click on Rhinestone Fill. I'm going to choose, let's go with a, let's do a red, let's do SS10, and I'll add that, and I'll hit OK. So, same thing. This time, I could keep the same thing. I could change my how far away they are. I could choose the type of fill. I'm going to leave it the way it is. Now I'm going to close that. Go up here, select this piece, delete that, and basically now I have a star, a two-color star. And what you would do now is when you go into cut, if you're ready to cut this design, you're going to cut it into two templates. You can either double-click this and it selects all the blues. You can click on cut and it'll only cut this pattern. And when you're done, after you're done cutting that, you close that, double-click the red one, go to cut, and it would only cut this pattern. And basically that's how you would do this. I'll show you one other technique. Some people, let's say for example you wanted to do more than one stripe or some type of maybe 2 objects or 3 objects. I'm going to delete this. Another thing you could do is, let me create the same star again. Let's see, oops, it's kind of big. Let's make this about 9 inches. That's fine. And let's say I want to do the same wavy line, but let's say I wanted 2 of them. I'm going to create one, and I'll just hit Control D to duplicate that. Let's say I have 2 here, and I'm going to make them both black, just so they're different colors. Well, when you do a weld, you don't want to have 2. You don't want to try to weld 3 objects. So what you want to do is you take these 2 objects here, and you want to group them, or you want to combine them. So there's something called Make Path. You can find it under Arrange, Make Path. When you do that, they become one object, like this, which is what I want to do. So now if I do transformation, do the flag, I could kind of do this wavy thing again, and then I could take this down here, put it over the star. I'll hit Control C and copy it. I'll cut one section out. I'll hit Control V or paste, and then I'll weld the other part. And then, like I said, I'll double click on the black because I don't want that anymore. Delete that, and I want to keep it 2 separate colors. So I'm going to click this one, and I'm going to take this, and I have to, just like a puzzle piece, put it right back on there. So it looks pretty good. And then I could stone it just like I did the last one. Double click on the blue and it'll only stone the blue pieces. When you're done, double click on the red and stone the red pieces. So if you have any questions, please give us a call or let us know. Thanks.